Hey guys, welcome back to Abnormality. As always, Big Tony.
Kent.
We are in studio tonight with an extremely special guest who has flown a lot of hours, many hours, to be here with us in studio tonight here in CCTV on Abnormality. And I'm going to introduce to you Gert Brouwer.
Yeah, thank you, Big. Tony!
All the way from Holland.
Yes, that's true.
You know, and I kind of like to pretend that you just flew here for us, even though I know you're here doing a lot of work and working with William, doing other things. But I kind of like to pretend that you just came here for us.
Yeah, I just came here for CCTV.
Exactly.
And a guy named Kent called me and asked, you must fly over for me.
Yeah. And you said Salem. Where's Salem?
Yeah, Salem. I fly to Salem Central and he picked me up and now I'm sitting here.
And we thought we were going to Salem, Massachusetts, going to the witch trials and all that.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
That wasn't it. We kind of let you down a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit. So why don't you kind of give us a little background, kind of on what you do back home in Holland, about your group a little bit.
Okay, what I'm doing on my own, I work in the paranormal field as exorcist.
Okay.
And in my team, I'm the demonologist and chairman and founder from the team, and we're doing a lot of historical buildings from government facilities, and it's pretty cool to do that, you know, and not many houses we research, there are a few we do, and all we do are finding paranormal research, and if there are real hauntings, we go for that.
Okay. So you typically do more bigger, larger structures, not private homes.
No, I changed it. I did in the beginning of the Paranormal Society world. I changed into a different style. I did 3 years houses, and I said, oh, I want to drop that.
Okay.
And now I'm doing big buildings, historical buildings.
Excellent. Okay. So do you go into it, you know, you say that you're an exorcist and that's kind of your area of specialty, but do you find that a lot of the hunts you do, you use that part of your specialty, or is it just to go in there mostly kind of to ghost hunt and learn and to get information?
I use my abilities always, and it's easier to get the information in. Like, because my senses are so easy to use. If I see mediums, they are going from like, I see it's hot in here, and I see different things. I see someone standing and he's already talking to me, you know. Okay, a few times it's I will not tell something because I need to translate what he says in different languages or what kind of thing, you know. And it's good to go as an exorcist in. It's more easy to get your information in.
So you find that a lot of times there's a lot of different languages being used?
Yeah. If we're going to Fort Ramicus, there is French, Spanish, Dutch, English.
Wow.
Really.
That's fascinating. I have a hard enough time with English, so I can't imagine. If they were coming at me, I don't know what they're saying, but they're trying to say something.
Yeah, it's crazy, Tony. It's like someone talking to you, and you have just to listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they speak Spanish, and it's so fast, but something in your senses translating it.
Okay.
It's like it's a frequency, and the frequency changes for me. The language. I have a passed away friend. He died of cancer. He's translating a lot for me too.
Really?
Yeah, into the English, and
okay.
And sometimes I get it in Dutch.
Well, which is fascinating. My wife is from overseas, and she
cool.
speaks 3 languages. So sometimes she'll say things to me, and I'm like, I don't know what she's saying.
Yeah.
I need a translator.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, that's the most easy thing. Hey, you can use.
It is. So, you know, thinking back to kind of, you know, you've been around for a while, and you've done a lot of investigations. What is probably your top investigation you've done where you just kind of was just that awe moment where you were just like amazed at what you learned and what you saw? If you could pick one.
That's through I get a permission through the church. It was like the Hell House, we call it in the Netherlands, and well, I came in there as an demonologist first to teach the house and what's happening. Okay. The first time, the priest said to me, "Don't laugh, but are happening crazy things." I just stepped in and I thought, "Oh my God, I never had that before
Uh-huh.
And I get a big smile. I always said, I want a house that has everything. So the door went open and I said, I'm going to walk there. And really, it's like someone walks through you.
Wow.
I fell down and I had one moment to get back to my reality. And I took my arm and I was looking. Here, some scratches, three scratches. And I thought, okay, I'm telling like I'm in hell. And on that time, there was coming in crazy smell and I was gone. I said, okay, I need to reset myself and then come back. So I came outside and put my trousers down and everyone was, whoa, you got real
Yeah.
big scratches on it, bleeding.
Oh, I thought you said wow because you dropped your trousers. Because of the scratches. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sorry.
That's good. So do you find that, because from kind of what I've learned and what I've read, that, the church doesn't typically go to people that are not ordained, preachers or fathers in the Catholic Church to work on those kind of things.
Yeah.
So you have, the church actually will, let's not say the church, but priests will call you and ask you to come and help on things?
Yeah, sometimes they call. They want to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Because this is going to above their head.
That's amazing to me because,
Yeah.
they kind of have that tight circle and they kind of have the people that do their...
They're almost taught to ignore it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want to ignore you normally, but
Sure.
because it's going above their head, they were searching for someone they can trust, had knowledge from history and different religions.
Okay.
So they called me somewhere January 2 years ago, like that, and I didn't hear something back. When the phone 4 months later go and said, you go in with us. We want to know what is happening because we did some exorcism and it doesn't work. So I told them how I'm working and I told them to give me some space to study and going a lot of times in, just 25 minutes riding away from me. So I went in and I just cleared one room. There's still one room cleared because it's so strong. I never saw that before. That you say, whoa.
Well, that's amazing to me, knowing the church and how protective they are of things like that.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah,
It says a lot about your credentials.
Yeah. And they trust me and they said, only thing you need to know is to be blessed. I said, oh, no problem. I want to get in this. So that's for me is no problem. So because you get trust of the church, so you get more people in where you can work for. You get more work in, and that's important, I think.
Now, kind of comparison to what over where you're from in your home to a haunting to what we consider a haunting here. Is there any vast differences or?
Yeah, in Europe, a haunting is more like the demon thing, For us, a haunting is evil. And the crazy thing is, I come in America, and I already noticed that if there is a ghost, it's haunted.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's the funny thing between us. And okay, we can bring that if we're going to work more together. We can bring that more clear from, hey guys, we do that and we mean that, and okay, it's going to be good, Okay.
So how do you, with the experience you've had and the years that you put into this, we deal with a lot of people that kind of give us that look like you guys are crazy. How do you kind of deal with skeptics and people that kind of question and disregard what we do and what we enjoy to do? How do you deal with that?
How I deal with that, the first years I had really much problems with it. And now it's like more, I've got something over myself if I'm going to work or talk about kind of arrogance. And people don't, and people have, that's a big guy, so we don't messing with him. But for me, it's like, they don't ask me.
Okay.
Most of the times they go ask team members, and they come to me. Oh, that guy or that woman says that. So I don't have any troubles anymore with it.
Okay. Well, and you're pretty known. I mean, people can pull you up pretty easily and
Yeah,
see
sure.
that you've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Because to me, anybody that's kind of been around for a while and has that longevity to them and has been around earns that respect. You know, so for guys like us, especially me, being so new to the field, is more of a problem. They kind of look at you kind of crazy when you talk about it.
No, it's not, for me it would not be crazy because
Yeah.
if I see you guys speaking about things, or in Holland, I'm laughing about them a little bit because they are seeing Arabs as really entities, you know. And here it's just they going to smile together with me from, oh, you guys, come on, this is dust, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see,
Orbs are the easiest to disprove.
really, in the Holland, sometimes I say nothing and let them think, and
Well, I mean, I've been out on, like, I've taken the general public out on hunts, and they get a picture of an orb, and I'm like, oh, it's a really cool picture. All
sorry.
the while I'm laughing inside, but, you know, you got to play along with it a little bit.
Sure.
Have you actually, have you ever captured an apparition?
Yes, I am. I captured. That's about a while ago, and for the first time I was walking my round. I call it the demonology round, and I look and debunk everything and telling what they say. I look at the history, and I was walking and what was in Fort Dijk 10 years ago, and I did my medium work, and I was standing to a wall, and I said on that moment there, I was feeling that, so I changed my style, and I was looking, I saw the guy standing there, and real strange. I thought, whoa. I picked up my camera, I took some photographs, and we look back full time, in full body, real.
That's awesome.
That's what you want to do, and that's really amazing. I'm praying every time for it to get that. And
so you're like the royalty of the ghost hunting world. I mean, that's like what we strive for, is that, you know, because people will say, well, what did you catch? What did you capture? Well, we felt a lot of things, we heard a lot of things, but you know, you try to get pictures, and that's
we will
kind of the top of it.
I will send you guys that photograph. You can show it in your
amazing
in your show. No problem.
I mean, some things that I've noticed is I've been doing this for about 11, 12 years now. I've noticed that when people get that proof that you're talking about, they tend to go away. It's just like, I can't figure out why that is. I love doing it because it's my relief. It's my break away from this life. Would you say that that's the same for you? Is you use this as your escape from everyday life? Or
Yeah,
do
I see
it
it for
or is
some.
it an actual job?
It's changing for me because it's getting more and more a job for me, and the other side, it's like, it's fun for me, you know, the understanding of everything, want to understand why things happen, you know, and that's for you guys too. You want to understand it, and a lot. You have ghost hunters, just looking, is there a ghost? Yeah, and you have the paranormal researchers, and the last one is like, you want to understand it, and you want to get in that building. Sometimes you don't know why, but if you're in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, this field, in just the last 10 to 15 years that I've kind of been a fan, and I've only been around it for a couple of years actually officially, you know, trying to do ghost hunts and trying to learn more and more information. But as I kind of watched through the years, as this field has blown up so much, you know, you see all these people that are just kind of like doing it for show. They like to go out and cause problems. What would you say to that person that's truly a believer, that wants to come forward and say, this is my passion, this is what I want to do? What kind of advice would you kind of get them to push them towards how to learn and how to get the experience needed to do kind of what you do and what we do? Because I consider, you know, we do such different things with your expertise and everything.
I will always look like, what kind of location have they done? Maybe like you guys have a show and look like that, and what's your own feeling, your own opinion? Is it coming that similar with the team do, or you build your own team? Or you need a few people that are really motivated and build up slow by slow.
Yeah,
You know?
it's tough to get a team.
Yeah,
And the fact that
it's
you've
really
got
hard.
you're 4 people that work together, and you guys
Yeah.
have been together for a while now.
Yeah, we are. Well, these guys are, I think,
We've been through that struggle.
4 years.
3-4 years. Okay,
It's still hard to find very good people. You know.
it is.
Well,
and
yeah, you have to grade. I mean, each individual that wants to come on, you literally have to grade
Yeah.
to see if it's worth it.
yeah.
I mean, right now we're as a group we're sitting at 4, and that's
Yeah.
where we want to stay for right now. Just
Slow and low.
4 is easy to control.
Well, and and 4 is great because I don't know if Kent's told you, we a couple weeks ago we had opportunity to work with a college class here in town that's teaching a class about paranormal in their anthropology department. So we had agreed that we would take some of the class out on a hunt, just to kind of, not a full hunt, but just to kind of give them experience of what we do, and go out in the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere in the dark, bump around. Ended up having the whole class show up. We had 26 students plus the professor.
That's great.
With 4 people and tromping through. Of course, it's tough to do a ghost hunt when you got that many people, tromping through the woods and trying to hunt. But it's just amazing that we all those people. It was a great experience, but again, it would be tough.
Yeah, it's pretty good if you get the chance to work with different things. Like I've got sometimes I work with some neuropsychologists.
Oh wow!
Because I teach a lot of them too. Do you understand statements of your mind control? And sometimes I don't use the paranormal senses anymore. I use more my head because I want to understand. Okay, this is going through my body. This is going through my mind. Okay, I'm always speaking about a hyper focus. If you focus, have a good focus, over focused more, you can already see a lot.
Yeah.
So would you say it's possible to, like, let's say there's that individual out there that wants to be a part, like Tony was saying, this is their passion. If they were in an area, would you say it's possible for them to generate a haunting out of their head? Do you think that's possible, or does the energy have to be there?
They can make an own haunting.
Yeah.
They really, a lot of people through medicine, through their own problems, they can make up things. Really, you can. Then you will come to the more in the field of the poltergeist activities, because that is made up by yourself.
Okay, that's one thing I've always wanted to know, is whether or not you want it so bad that you can just you create it.
Kind of create it.
You create it. How more energy you have, how more devoted you are to something, you can, in everything in life, you can change it.
So, well, me and Tony are good on that. We don't have any energy.
No. None. No. I don't even like the guy. So what do you kind of see, because I talked a little bit about how this field has changed so much. I mean, if you look back 15 years ago, 12 years ago, when the show started to become popular, and it's changed so much, where do you see kind of the future and kind of this industry and how it's going to progress and change?
I see, America, you have different thoughts, different beliefs in it. I think the strongest teams will be there still, like television shows like The Haunted Collector, Ghost Adventures, all those shows,
Muscle Shirt,
Paranormal Lockdown, the Tennessee
the
guys.
muscle shirt with the eyeliner.
Yeah, it's not working, and it's time. In Europe, it's growing, but a show in the Netherlands, we need a show in the Netherlands. Still, there's no paranormal research team that had a show in Holland. It's all for the outside, built for the outside. So in the future, I hope to get my show in. We are busy with it, and taking guys that I know, that I love, that did something for me, that I can ask them, come to Holland, do a research with us, because I believe in you guys, and we need to get it all closer, the good ones,
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a huge thing for us, is that we put ourselves out there, that we enjoy working with other people and learning from other people, because no one's an expert. I mean, this field is still it's young, it's growing and learning, and learning from other people. But not everybody has that same philosophy. It seems to be a competition, kind of.
Yeah.
And so you find that a lot of times that people don't want to listen, or they are very critical of how you do things.
We actually interviewed a paranormal group out of Victoria Island, Canada, and she was telling us that up in Canada, the Parliament is actually creating a general fund to fund these paranormal groups. Like they're giving them
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
interesting.
I'm like, okay, how do I get some of that?
Yeah,
seriously.
I want to do that in Holland, and if
Yeah.
we can arrange that, give me a million and a few years, I can go on.
The
Let's see how
problem
it changes.
like,
Yeah.
down here in the U.S. is we've got Hollywood just blew the ghost hunting out of the water.
Yeah.
And I mean, when me and Tony have talked on previous episodes that some of these shows, in the beginning, I'm sure they were legitimate investigations.
And passionate. I mean, you could feel that passion when they first
And
started.
now it's just like it's fake.
They're doing it for a script. It's just
It's all
for
all
entertainment.
scripted.
a
Most things
paycheck.
are scripted.
Yeah.
If
I think I would be, if I had 16 seasons of a TV show where I got paid to actually do this, I mean, to me it would just be fascinating. But it gets to that point where you feel like they're like, okay, let's go do it again. Let's get this going. It kind of loses its passion.
you lose its passion. Like see, Grant Wilson was gone by taps after
Yeah.
many years. He lost his passion, and
Yeah.
I think it will
Ghost,
be.
well, I mean, Taps is on its last season this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're calling it quits.
They're finally done. I mean, but
and
yeah.
look at Nick Groff, huh?
Paranormal
The
lockdown.
Paranormal Lockdown. It's like Nick. My feeling was, two big guys, one to be captain on the team.
Yeah.
A little battle, he's gone, and Zach Bacon stays.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
yeah. So you need good people that want to work for you.
Yeah.
You have one headman, and under there, the people need to work for you, and you can do your passion, like looking, hey, what's going on, and let them making EVPs, give them space to teach and learn.
Yeah.
And more, most of the times is getting rid of people, and then
Ghost Hunters International still going?
No.
no.
Barry's done.
They
I
lasted
like
a
Barry.
while.
You know Barry?
Fitzgerald?
Barry Fitzgerald. I'm
You
not
don't
a
have
big.
an opinion? You're not a big fan?
Nah, not a big fan.
Yeah. Well, and I don't have cable, so
No,
I
no.
haven't had cable TV
Okay,
for years,
okay.
so I kind of get bits and pieces.
he
He will be a good guy, but on that show, I don't like him. I
Didn't-
like more, my heart's pounding. Chris Williams.
Yes.
Yes, Chris
Yeah.
C. Williams.
That's the one.
I actually talk to Chris all the time on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's not doing ghost hunting or paranormal
No,
investigating. She's
history,
actually,
only history.
Yeah, she's doing history and acting now.
Really?
Yeah.
But Ghost Hunters International only lasted about 5 seasons.
It wasn't around long. To me, when I think about getting into the paranormal field, I think of Europe as being the Mecca, the oldest part of that's had the most population. The buildings and the structures are incredible to me. And I'm one of those guys like Kent's been out with me before, and he'll say, "Do you see that right there?" Everybody else kind of stands back. I'm gone.
Yeah, go,
I'm
go,
out
go.
there. So I
man.
would be like a kid in a candy store to be able to go to castles
too.
and old structures like that have been around since forever.
It was like for
Fascinating.
me was a location dream for Spikeable to make a documentary of it, and they all the times that they say no, and Reed is the only one from the team went with me to that. It's cost about to be there. You have to pay $4,000 or $5,000 to stay over. And on the moment, I was working with the government facilities, and I said, "Hey guys, you're from the same civility." So they asked the other civility of Sealand region, Amsterdam. "Oh, he's a good guy. We give him always a key." What? The building is 50 million. Oh. And they called me and said, "You can go in. If you pay the electricity bill," it was like $150. I said, "No problem." We were in for 4 days. Or like, I was a guy living in paradise in the candy shop, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
can take everything I wanted. Really amazing.
That'd be incredible.
One of the greatest spots to do in your
Yeah.
life for a spikeable. The cannon is still there, and I was playing with the cannon,
Yeah.
90 millimeter.
Wow.
I was really.
You got us excited last week as you mentioned going to Transylvania next year.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
that would just be like, it'd probably take me the first hour just to be like, I'd have to stare for a little bit before we went.
Yeah.
'Cause that would
I've
be
got the same
incredible.
feeling.
Well, I mean, I know
Both
that-
actually Island too, you know.
Yeah, I was telling him when William was interviewing the group, I was telling him my dream is Poveglia Island in Italy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's a Black Plague Island. You can't go wrong with that. You
Yeah.
put people out there to die.
Well, and I think that's our biggest, roadblock. Kent and I being a couple of working guys that full-time jobs and families, and just kind of being stuck in this area and trying to branch out and get the equipment
Yeah.
together to be able to do hunts. And it rains, months and months out of the year, and it makes it tough to do.
Yeah, it's
so
hard.
being able to do indoor castles where you just
Yeah, it's amazing.
incredible to me.
We actually have done a couple of interviews with other groups that, like, we've got one out of Louisiana. They want us to come down there and hunt some of the voodoo spots. And I'm just like, it's my plane ticket, I'll go.
Talking about Reno this summer, going down with the
Vegas.
guys to Washoe Club and do some of those different places. And
I mean, but it's just, we're starting to just now branch out to these other groups to, kind of like what I did with you, just reach out and
Yeah.
talk to you. And
Yeah.
we're starting to develop relationships that I think will work out for everybody.
Yeah, for me it's hard because I'm in the Netherlands and I'm only working with my own group because the others are up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So my focus is next year the UK too, and I'm already invited for a few events there and stay over a few weeks. I just have to get the ticket. It's for us. It's like $50 for a ticket. We can go to London. They pick you up and go research. For you
Wow.
guys, it's more money,
Oh, yeah.
that's tough.
So it's really
I can't
tough.
even-
And little tiny airplanes that don't fit. Big Tony does not fly
Big
well.
Tony flight well.
If they could just like strap me to a
Cargo
floor,
store.
They do got the cargo.
Yeah, you can be at cargo.
give me an oxygen mask and a cargo, I could just lay out. That'd be the way
We'll
to do
lay
it.
you on a stretcher down there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
with
Like
the
Mr.
dogs and the pussies. And
Wow, it just took a whole different direction. I don't know, but it sounds great to me. I think I'm down.
oh my God, Katrina will kill us.
We won't tell her.
No,
She'll
no.
never know.
But kind of just you wrapping it up here. What else are you working on right now besides your TV show and all your movies and stuff?
I'm busy with my documentary here in the US, going to different sports, research them, looking like is a story really, or is there other history like Lafayette?
Yes.
And we already debunked that in Holland. We found out the story is not true.
Sure.
And
The story makes it more fascinating. It makes it
the
more
fascination is great.
intriguing.
I
Yeah.
personally think the story was to keep kids in at night. That's all.
Yeah. It's good. It's good for Halloween
Oh, yeah,
to have
sure.
have a big party there, and
Yeah.
So how can people get a hold of you if they have any questions?
if they have any questions, could just type in www.paranormalsocietyworld.com or type in Paranormal Society World in Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find me.
All right.
Well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy
Yeah, you're
schedule.
welcome, guys.
It's been an honor to have you on our show.
It was
and I appreciate
really
it.
great, really.
All right. So
Love
from
it.
from Tony,
Okay.
we'll see you guys next time on Abnormality. You guys have a good week.